Yum, 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 yum. This toast is raw!
G'day cheeky dogs, my name's Margie and I'm an Australian currently living in America. G'day you cheeky dogs, today we're going to be doing a deep dive into the Bluey episode Trampoline. We are going to be talking about all of the Easter eggs, hidden details, Australian translations as well, and why a lot of people feel that this episode is kind of mid. But first, if you love Bluey as much as we do here, don't forget to hit that like button down below, that subscribe button, and that bell for notifications so you know whenever I release any other Bluey videos. But otherwise, let's get into Trampoline.
This episode of Bluey is called Trampoline.
Now, I want to start off with talking about why people think that this episode is kind of mid or a bit of a filler episode. And honestly, I think it's because it's one of those very specific parent episodes. Like, it's an episode that really helps parents to teach their children about a specific lesson, as well as giving parents ideas for games you can do on a trampoline. There are some really fun ideas that they do, and they are very creative as well, which is one of the best parts of Bluey, of course, as a parent watching it.
Piece of bread one, a piece of bread two. Ka-ching. Okay, I just need to crack them in the frying pan. Boing, boing. Ah, that was an easy one.
But of course, this episode puts a really big emphasis on the importance of jobs as well as creativity. They make a point of showing not only just Bandit, but Chili as well, both being about to do some sort of job or work, but then taking the time to play with their kids, even if they maybe are running a little bit late. And I think that's a really important thing that it's trying to show in this episode, is that kids are only kids for a short amount of time, and sometimes, yeah, it is worth being a few minutes late or putting something off just a little bit, just to take that extra little bit of time to play with your children.
Nah, kids, that's it for me. I got to get to work.
No! We need to have some eggs! Yeah!
Well, I am off the carbs.
It's working!
Okay, I'll have some eggs.
Hooray!
Of course, though, they do want to show the importance of jobs as well, both for children and adults. I feel like they wanted to show it in that cutscene with the crow of the two little babies and the daddy crow flying away, obviously to go and get some food for them. And that is one of the main reasons why we have a job, so that we can earn money, so that we can provide for our family, like food and houses and things like that. So I feel like the cutscene was meant to be kind of like one of the main points of this episode, because Bandit, yeah, he has to go to work at the end of the episode because he does need to work. He needs to make money to help support his family. And of course, just saying that doesn't really work with kids. They don't really understand that concept. So it was great him showing, again, for parents, a way to explain that to children by saying, Bluey, you have a job as well. Your job is to be a child, to enjoy this moment, to be creative and make games.
What? I don't have a job.
Yeah, you do.
Really? What is it?
Making up games.
And I think this is, again, one of the really great parts, is the very end of the episode really did give us that great teaching moment, especially as parents, for things that we can say to our children. But this end scene did also lead into some of the Bluey theories about this episode, and one of the main questions was, why was Bandit walking to work rather than taking the car? The main answer, of course, is the fact that they live in an area that has a lot of public transportation in Brisbane, so I feel like that one was a pretty, straightforward answer. The other biggest question, of course, is what happened to the trampoline, because the backyard is continuously changing with its design all the time, so I feel like the trampoline answer is just sometimes they put it up and sometimes they take it down. But let's go into some of the Easter eggs and hidden details in this. And of course, like most episodes, we do have long dogs and tennis balls in this episode. The long dog is a very quick, fast, you'll miss it kind of moment. It is in the very first scene. Up in the top corner inside of one of the trees, there's a little brown long dog. This first scene is also where we see the tennis ball in the yard as well. And at the very end, we have a close-up of this tennis ball too, which also then in the background shows one of the errors in this episode, because Chili, pulling out the weeds, has the brown spot on her head in the wrong side. Aside from that error though, some of the other little details include the little dog on the backpack, as well as the paw print on the laptop back as well, and the mum liking salad callback to the episode barbecue.
Mom, come and have some salad for lunch. We know how much you like salad. Isn't anyone going to mention the salads?
Oh,
yeah!
Check it out, kid.
Thanks, Bingo.
There was some discussion on Reddit as well about some of the Australian words in this too, so I do want to kind of explain some of those.
All right, Bumblenuts, I'm out of here.
We have bumble nuts, which is basically like dingleberries.
Now, just bung these in the toaster.
We have Bandit saying bung it in, which basically just means put it in. Of course, the word brekkie for breakfast. And rockmelon, which in America is cantaloupe.
Wait, what fruit do you hate?
Ooh, rockmelon. Blech.
A rock melon.
Overall, for for me though, this episode would probably be 3 out of 5 long dogs. I understand why a lot of people feel like it's just a Bluey episode. It's a bit of a filler one. It has the fun games, some fun music, and a good lesson in it as well. But it's nothing like amazing or spectacular or over the top. But I think it definitely hits a bit harder for me as a parent because it does provide me more tools to use as a parent than it would for maybe kids watching this episode. But cheeky dogs, let me know in that comment section down below, how many long dogs would you give this episode and what did you think about it as well? While you're down there as well, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and bell for notifications so you know whenever I release any other Bluey videos. But until then, I have picked you cheeky dogs out a few other videos that maybe you would like to watch, and I'll see you all in another video. Mwah! Bye!